Okay, welcome in everybody, once again. This is the first of the group Kang matches between Greenbulmers and Sid. Both very good runners, both very competent runners. Although there is quite a bit of a difference in PBs. This could still be a close race. With Bulmers running at 200 frames per second, one of the higher frame per second runners, and then Sid running at 120. And joining me today is Lexi. Welcome in.
Thank you very much. So yeah, we're expecting to see Bulmers having, on paper seems to be quite the favorite, but on 200, you zoom, you go fast, and zombie car is just zombie car, and you can fail 7-2. You can do plenty of things that'll mess you up. So everything is to play for.
Sid is also a very consistent runner as well, and has a good knowledge of the game as well, considering he's the one who's kind of taught me most of the things I know. So shout out to Sid. But I think this is going to be a really good race. Whilst, like you said, on paper, Bulmers may be the favourite to win, it really is going to be a case of, nothing going wrong on the 200 for Bulmers.
And don't forget, everybody, to spam your brain slugs all throughout this group stage, especially in this group particularly. I'm going to ask both our runners, Bulmers and Sid, are you both ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume affirmative. Okay, so counting down, on go, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck to both runners.
GL, HF, everybody. Hopefully we get a really, really good race here. So I decided to ask both our runners about anything they'd like to say with regards to this race in particular. Bulmers mentioned his 200 FPS and how he's going to be yeeting himself across the map. And Sid's goals at the moment are to get back to the top 50. And also, generally, I think that with his consistency, I think he could definitely also post a personal best within his tournament runs, which sits right now at like a 135 2x, I think. And his PB is about 2 minutes faster, so he definitely has the potential to set a PB at very least in tournaments, and also a PB generally, because as you say, a very, very consistent runner.
100%. I don't think there's going to be a lot to say for the first level. I'm thinking we're going to be looking at a very fast Homer 1 from both players. It's going to be more of a case of, what time they get as opposed to what strats they get.
Although immediately we do see a difference in the strat decision on 1-0 as Sid goes for the old way, Bulmers goes for the new way, so that is going to make him slightly faster later on when he doesn't have to take Neighbor's Garden.
Please don't sue! You should be in Cannonball Run! Stay on target! Stay on target! Woohoo! All right! Ow! My neck! Oh, out of control!
Scared, disoriented.
I am excelente! Watch it! Looks harder than it is. Ow! Woohoo! You're not a very good driver.
Bulmers getting into the school with the sub 2 as well. Very fast first 2 missions.
Don't tell me.
It really is just astounding to me to see that. Just like, I still remember back in the day when you went up onto school roof, like, I feel like I'm a piece of furniture in this bloody speedrun. It's just like, everything I see is just so new and frightening.
We've definitely got two kind of, boomers, as a sense, currently commentating this run as well.
It's crashing time! I'm a lean, mean,
See how petty
thingy.
theft goes. It's one of those, it's something that I always said was probably like one of the first signs where you see like really good runners start to show themselves off, because
Mine is cooler.
this
I
is
gave
such
you
a basic mission, but it requires such good momentum, and given how Family Sedan has such a poor acceleration stat, the ability to maintain speed is so overwhelmingly like evident by the end of this mission, because you'll see people who will go 5 seconds faster, and unless you know what to look for, you'll just be like, oh wait, how is this person faster than this person? You just realize it's because they're just maintaining speed and they're picking the perfect lines to go through. It's so incredible, like the minutiae to which like we've made this game optimized and made driving just like a fine art.
And on top of that, with the higher frame rates from both players, you're going to be seeing some of the Homer 1 physics coming into play, some of the bouncing around that you wouldn't quite see on a 60 FPS. So to really get those times down, you know, we'll be seeing some big bouncy moves from the funny pink car.
All I'm saying is bring back 25 FPS. And now we see here, as mentioned earlier, Cola Caper being different for Bulmers allows him not to have to take the neighbor's garden, whereas Sid did, and we see, like, you know, obviously Sid taking a little bit longer on that mission and widening the gap between the two runners.
Seems like the comments are overwhelmingly, you know, the prediction is for Bulmers to win, so I've put 500 on Sid. Because that way, if Sid doesn't win, everybody does still get a small payout. And if Sid wins, then I get the fattest win in history.
I'm going to contribute 13,400 to the Sid file.
That's a lot, that's a lot. I don't have anywhere near that many.
I'm going to amend that 13,500 and 530. Okay, so let's see, what car did Bulmers pick up? I didn't quite see it. Sid is in the minivan. Do we have a Ute versus minivan? Because if we do, I'll be happy. Because I'll be on Team Ute. Oh no, we have Cloud King. I totally forgot that's the strat now. I just feel like such a boomer. Such a boomer. Yeah, exactly. As Bacon said, it's a sort of Ute when you look at it. I mean, it's got plenty of junk in the trunk. Let's just say that much.
We're gonna have to do one of those charts where it's like the kind of like chaotic alignments where it's like Ute has to have some form of open boot. Then Ute can be any car.
I'll get say that the chaotic evil position is going to be like Lisa Simpson herself is a Ute.
Yeah. OP is the Ute.
You are a Ute.
Yeah, on the other side, it's like the Ute has to have 4 wheels and has to be drivable.
I think that like fish van is definitely like Ute adjacent, but I'm not going to get into this discussion. I'm gonna make this meme.
I'm gonna make this meme. I'll race you.
After this run, we have a meme race. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll live stream it. Like Steve versus Nico, fastest to make a Ute related meme.
We'll have the community vote on what's best. Okay, let's see how they're going. Okay, I think that Bulmers went for a relatively I guess I'd say kind of like a safe blind big brother. I don't know if perhaps like the meta's changed, but like going for the button jump at the start used to be like what was the done thing, and typically easier to do on higher FPSs, and on 200 FPS presumably even easier. And yet just decided to go for the button push and then decline.
Seeing Sid absolutely launch that man into space. Rest in peace.
No ESS on Sid's side.
Seems like he's going to be going for the traffic car instead of using the family sedan, which is respectable.
It's slightly better, if I recall correctly, to use the... I'm trying to remember what the stats of the traffic cars are, but I can't quite remember if minivan is slightly faster, but just has the same acceleration stat as the family sedan.
Sexy when you're paranoid.
I wouldn't know.
Crashing. Sweet. Nothing lasts forever. Mistakes were made. Let's see you do better.
Bulmers on a very clean FBI so far. Good traffic manipulation, the van hasn't slowed down, and he's taking the speed very well to make sure that he's always like as close as he can physically be whilst following the corner, and no freebie for him
No
there.
freebie. Ooh.
Although, wait, what's he in now? Is he in the family sedan or is he in
The family sedan, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so that the hitbox is much lower. I was gonna say if he's in the Plow King, I'd be very surprised, but also be surprised at how quickly he's accelerating. If that were the case too.
Yeah.
He'll teach Mac up, he'll pick up some extra coins. Interestingly, I don't know how optimized his coin route is at this stage. If he's at the stage of like, you know, several coins here and there are actually making a difference. No gambling. No gambling.
Ooh, getting the look behind on the camera, but blocking his own
Krusty
exit.
Glass Van is blocking the path.
That won't be too great for the rubber banding.
Slightly.
And to see some slowing down from the FBI van right here.
And Bulmer's abandoning the attempt at the wasps. I don't know if perhaps he has it timed very well, but like he just did not try to pick up either of the wasps before running for ESS.
In the ESS there.
Do my best.
Does manage it.
Glass truck, best truck. Would you like to discuss this comment?
It's wrong. It's wrong, and I think whoever said it should be ashamed of themselves. Ooh, bit of a nasty start here. Bone Storm
That
chunk
double
is...
oop doesn't feel good, you know.
Oh no, I do not like this. All these lampposts falling. Is that the problem is what they do is they buffer the hit you go for, so none of them work. Like later on in Bonfire of the Manatees, one of the main reasons why you should always reset is that the dam has so many lampposts that you're bound to end up getting buffered, let alone the fact that like Cletus Truck is going the direction he wants to go to.
100%.
See how Bunstorm goes for Sid though. May have less calamitous attempt.
Well, luckily, with Bulmers being the the absolute man, the myth, the legend that he is, even with the missed drop, he did manage to still be able to take the shortcut. So it just kind of shows the caliber of players we've got right here.
Yeah, he definitely played well for what he was given. And changes to Cloud King. Is this perhaps an attempt to pick up the bees now? Later on? Because
Well,
I mean,
he's
like,
seen
it
the
has a
shortcut
much higher
once,
hitbox, of course.
He does go for the shortcut, going out of his way to make sure he gets it.
This car sure can take a beating.
Ooh, not getting a good J-turn there. That's going to be a bit of a loss of speed, but luckily going on a downhill here, and the physics will speed him up. And why didn't he turn before resetting? That is a good question. I don't know. Getting
Not getting
one
both
of the wasps. And Sid not going for the Plow King, although I assume based on his ESS attempt not being used earlier during Blind Big Brother, he may have picked up the wasps, although I wasn't keeping quite as watchful an eye as I should have been.
I think we were both watching the Bone Storm mishap that was happening on Bulmer's side of the screen as that was going on.
See if you guys for sports car minute. Sports car, let's go, baby!
Depleting.
Sports car, best car.
Oh yeah.
I'll get you, Bart, just like I got Charlie and Nam.
You know what? I really just find so notable about Bart is lightning fast wish. It's just like beautiful, you know? You're just like, oh god, did he just call me Stinky Gator? It's like, oh, what can I say? And he's already like 3 insults ahead of you, and he just about manages the escape before trying to say thank you for not interrupting me when I was saying that like really dumb thing. It's very important that like everybody knows I'm an absolute dumbass.
See, for some of you in chat, you're going to need an IQ of at least 140 to understand what Lexi was saying right there. Just the jokes just go straight over your head. You know what it is? Like, Bart is just so smart and so fast with his lightning fast wit.
Dove incoming. Don't tell everybody where I'm from. How dare you dox me?
No doxing, please.
At BRB, hope nothing breaks. Same.
I'll wait for the entire stream to go down.
Oh lord. I'm just looking at Bulmer's coins. They are a little bit
On the
dicey.
low side.
A little bit dicey. Like, he missed 2 wasps in Homer 1, and that is just not great. Let's just say that much.
Mine! All mine! Gotta work off my gut. I don't remember this being here before. One dozen. Time to rock. I didn't do it.
Ooh. Let's see how we get through here. Wiggum escape coming up. It's gonna be pretty handy, but it's something I've always just had such a weird anxiety about. Even though, like, it feels so certain, you know it's quite certain. You always just know it can go wrong.
This
Very
is not
unlikely
supposed to
to,
come
but it
across
can
as a
go.
read, but like
Oh no!
all the other stuff in your runs, and you're worried about Wiggum.
Bulmers, he tried to pick up the vending machine by knocking the car into it, but I don't think he actually got it, so he's still kind of undercoined here. Picking up the newspaper stand for 5 extra coins, but
Fine by me.
coins
Yeah,
are
the
still
360s. That's
slightly dicey.
that's very low. Dicey, spicy. But Sid taking the tunnel quite wide.
I totally rule.
Yeah, I think it's just a preference to not be driving into oncoming traffic, give you slightly more time to react, but
Oh,
like
Sid
going
is a
around like the
coward.
outside of the arc is like gonna make you have to go longer. And picking up the vending machine, but having to slow down for it.
Totally awesome.
Definitely not the fastest vend, but you know, it
I
does
don't
the
think
job.
Bulmer's got the bend at all. I think he missed the wasp there. Should have about 450 coins if he did miss the wasp, or about 480 or 90 if he didn't. Getting a sports car, very nice, and he did miss the wasp, so hospital wasp is still to be gotten, which may make it slightly difficult for him during
It does seem that both runners
monkeys.
don't have the best coins going into this either. It's going to be a tight
Yeah.
coin route for both of them.
What I would say though is I suspect that Sid's coin route is meant to be this way, whereas Bulmer's is meant to have more. Like they're when I watch the top runners, they just have way more coins in the early game.
Getting the
Whereas, like, I
clean
think
dirt
that-
jump as well on Bulmer's side. Very nice, very nice. Getting the wasp on Sid's side as well. That will give him a little bit of an edge in the coin race. Sports car. There we go.
Yes.
I had to take a taxi earlier on
Much exercise.
G4, and then I couldn't find a sports car at any point while I was out of my car. I was like forced to the taxi the entire time. Actually quite devastating.
Bulmer's getting along just fine.
To catch my breath.
Don't know if maybe he delayed getting back to the car in order to make sure the van kept moving quicker, if he did just genuinely want the extra coin or two.
Sid
Because when you're not in a
got
vehicle,
stuck on the stairs of the town hall, so not quite getting the wasp there.
bad luck, no dirt jump, skip for Sid.
No dirt jump to Saj.
Hey, Snake.
I also like to take a moment to say that because of this community, I've finally crossed the line of irony where I've started saying like emotes out loud. I'll like drop something on the floor like a fork, and I'll be like, "Oh no, not like this, Saj. Feels bad, man." And I can't stop myself. So, thank you everybody for that.
I'd just like you to know that as a community,
Oh
we
no!
have disimproved Nico's life. Oh my god, not managing
no.
that jump there. He's gonna go for an alternative car.
Need sugar.
Oh my god!
Oh my lord.
That's pretty poggers, Nico. Yeah, I've started taking to say PogChamp at work quite a lot, which is really embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, and I can't stop.
Nothing worse than someone
Yeah.
doing that in real life. I did actually notice when he did that in very specific situations that I'm not going to get into now. Okay, let's see how.
Oh, that's actually devastating on Bulmer's part with the failed jump. It did look like it was clean. He kind of like his car like almost landed on the side of the road, so none of his wheels were touching anything. So that was just like an all-round like unlucky situation. I thought he was going to have that jump.
Bad luck. Bad luck. Let's see how this jump goes for Sid though. It's like it's pretty free. Like it's not something that like like when I first tried to do it, I got it first try by only just like looking at it. So like it's not a particularly difficult thing to do. It's just a piece of misfortune on Bulmers'
Not
part.
all of us are as good at you as this game.
Good at me at this
Oh,
game.
you know what? What would you do if I just left the call? What would you do? That's
I'd
right.
celebrate.
Celebrate. You're not actually allowed to make fun of my speech, though. I had a speech impediment from the age of 4 to 16. Thank you very much.
I have speech impediment too. I got as much skin as the game as you do.
Oh, no. Oh, heck. Thought that was my like freebie ticket. Not quite.
Actually. Okay, Bulmers, I mean, like, solid on Better Than Beef, gets the exact cycle. I assume he wanted to, or at least that's the cycle I'd be happy with. But for all I know, like,
That's the cycle
when I
I
see,
aim
like,
for,
the
but
top
there might be a
runners, they're
better
just
one.
like, actually, we want, like, 3 cycles better than that. And I'm just like, you know, just starting to well up with tears by then.
I was gonna come into the chat and say, you don't make the 40-second cycle? Cringe.
Excuse me, you didn't pick up, like, the last roadkill with 50 seconds to go? What's wrong with you?
The first roadkill. Oh, you don't do the entire lap of the whole level in like 50 seconds? In the Cletus truck? Who are you?
Okay, yeah, Bulma's not picking up the gazebo wasp, but does pick up the box, so he can pick that up later in Mr. Plow. But at the moment, his wasps are just not really falling for him. Between like Trailer Park Wasp, the second wasp in Mr. Burns' tunnel, Hospital Wasp, and Gazebo Wasp, like not much is falling his way. But he did pick up the Car Wash Wasp on foot during Barton Frink, so he has sort of been behaving like somebody whose wasps aren't going particularly well, as he is picking them up on foot.
Well, until the last 2 missions with the mishap with the 2-4 jump, his time is, you know, pretty solid, like close to his PB. With being only 3.9 seconds behind leaving Vox, so you know he's playing at like a real optimum level, and that was an unfortunate situation with the whole jump fiasco.
I didn't do it.
Ooh, getting a bit caught up in the fountain there. Gonna have a little bit of time loss as a result.
Unfortunate.
Sad.
I'd estimate right now that Sid is about 45
Oh my
seconds
god,
behind.
that is a textbook museum science skip. Oh my
That was
god. Oh, let's just take a second to appreciate that. Like, this is like too far of a deep cut at this point, but during the first tournament in which it was Team Liquid versus Team Cider.
When was this? 2003? 1998?
I think it was like 14 BCE.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I just remember like we all had our stone tablets and so on. It's very interesting. Like we didn't have the internet, we just like shouted really, really loud.
Prediction cards, but it was like bingo on the wall, like carved in with like a stick.
Oh no, like we had to etch it with like a chisel on a stone. Wait, what kind of route is Sid going for here? This is not a route I'm familiar with in Monkeys. This looks like someone's like married NG plus to like, you know, some other godforsaken category.
Some really good wasp RNG.
Absolutely.
But yeah, by the looks of it, he skipped hospital, which is something that I've become a little bit aware of recently. You do hospital near the end.
Overshooting that box.
Unfortunate. Luckily, at 551 coins, not quite finishing Monkeys. It seems kind of solid, so I wouldn't knock it too hard.
Actually, I'm not even talking about our tournament on speed gaming. I'm talking about the tournament that I think was 2 years prior to that, where I was commentating with LP3, and he remarked that he thought that like driving Mr. Plow in such a way that like you smoothly got like around the sign and didn't get caught there, he referred to that as one of the hardest things to do in the game. So ever since then, I just like refer to it in that way. I just find it far too funny. Ooh, nice hit from Bulmers there. Gonna have a really nice position for third car, and probably also gonna have time to pick up some extra coins around the sit and rotate. What kind of like godforsaken route is this, Sid?
You're not familiar with this hospital thing. Then you get the last two wasps. So the last one you get is on the roof.
wasps. The wasp with
No.
the tail. The wasp with the tail and the thumbs, right? Yeah. Yes. Wingless furry wasps.
That's a 642 there from
With two
Bulmers.
fewer legs. Okay, see how Bulmers manages a 634 when he's going by the fire trucks. I tend to measure sellouts times by when you go by the fire trucks, because depending on where you destroy it, a 640 closer to the fire trucks is better than a 640 further away, because you have to drive by them eventually.
Fair enough.
Okay, cutscene skip. Let's see how this goes. It's gotten slightly better, I think, within the community ever since ESS was discovered, because it gave you something to time the time a bit easier. Oh
Not
no,
like
we
this.
are.
Oh no,
Wow.
unfortunate Bulmers.
Trigosaurus is some kind of truck / dinosaur.
I never would have guessed.
Uh oh. It was a solid sellout. It was a solid sellout.
Followed by
Sid going for a pretty safe position here, and he's gonna.
Oh no!
No.
Oh,
The
yes.
cars does not.
Push me
Oh,
back.
and nice. It's
No, it's just about
second
getting
car is like
lined up.
forgiving, because third car takes forever to get out. So like you do have like the time to mess it up slightly, and still be kind of safe.
I think as well
Oh, no,
for
Sid.
newer runners such as moi, the third car can be a little bit more forgiving as well, because if you do miss it, it goes around in a way that you still can catch the fourth car in like an okay like position. Whilst it is slower, it's definitely not the most dreaded car. I think the fourth car, if you let that get past the fire truck, then really it's all gone. And that was a
And
6.
Sid's fire truck time is going to be a 6:17, 18 or no, 18 seconds slower than Bulmers. Like the
Not
thing
too
with
bad.
I'm not a fan of the way Sid is dealing with the cars, because like when you hit the sellout car and then you want it to go by you so that you can guide it into a wall, he's driving too far ahead of it for my liking, so the car kind of comes out of his blind spot and he doesn't have a lot of time to react. Whereas if you like drive along with the car, you can see it the whole time and react to it as you like. And he does manage to cutscene skip, so he is going to
It's going to
close
put
in
him slightly
on
ahead
Bulmers.
by the looks of it.
still slightly behind, I reckon.
Ooh, still
by
slightly
24
behind.
seconds according to our time on the screen. And hit one for both. Ooh, no, is this gonna... Oh, yeah, that is fortunate, because when you, when you
the
reset,
20
you're still...
seconds finished, there is the cutscene skip that one got and one missed. So we are looking at, a possible overlap.
Bulmers,
just
what are you
because-
doing? Bulmers!
I think of both the players, Bulmers is the one who can't afford to get busted. Not saying that if Sid gets a bust he'll be okay, but it'll be recoverable. Whereas Bulmers, I think, needs to be a little bit careful of his coins.
Well, like, I'd say that Bulmers can get busted. It's just that, like, he's just much less accustomed by now to having to get, like, safety coins in places like Flanders Garden and so on in March.
Lisa Simpson at your service.
Sid going for beach while he does Nerd Race Queen, which is odd.
Sweet forward momentum.
And Bulmer's just jumping around Malibu Stacy car. I mean, chase your bliss, my dude. I'm just not sure about that beach decision. It's just... It just strikes me as purely slow, because, like, the benefit of getting beach during Clueless when you have to talk to Millhouse is that you have to stop your car there because you have to talk to Millhouse. And when you reset, like, as you're going to see with Bulmers, you will be, like, your car will be not moving when you start. So you have to accelerate and regain momentum. At least in the case of 3-2, you're doing that anyways. Admittedly, like, I guess you could say, like, it's a slightly less optimal park, but, like, it's much better than having to accelerate in the Kremlin again. And a nice little boat jump for Bulmers. Going to be picking up a lot of extra coins here. Yeah, Ty makes a point there that you do get the freebie chance, but it's just not worth it, in my opinion. because you don't really do main menu warps, so like you have other chances to pick up freebies, like for example Operation Hellfish. When you pick up the bus, you can pick up a bee there pretty handily if you so wish, and also during fishy deals. See how Bonfire of the Manatees goes for bombs.
Hello, Springfield.
I am a lean, mean, vindictive machine.
I need speed, more speed.
Clean bonfire, as expected.
Yeah, it's slightly easier on higher FPS because the Cletus pickup truck has less of a chance of like phasing through you as it does in lower FPS. That's just generally true of low FPS, that cars that you're kind of like in contact with and they're trying to steer against you, they can just like go, hey, what if you didn't exist? And then they just like drive through you. As I'm sure you can attest to on 60 FPS.
Professor Flink at the observatory. He seems to know everything.
More than enough time to pick up all 6 vents.
Jerk Waterberg.
Coin's looking really solid. Hitting over 1,000 now. Not even with a hit and run.
Professor, easy as pie.
As a former 60 FPS runner, Cletus can blow you. That's fair.
Hey LP3, I just think you should know Bomer's got museum science gift strat, and like I was so here for it. I don't know if you saw it. It was very, very important and very, very good.
I should pay more attention to the gym.
Let's see how Sid goes for this. I had a stored ESS from earlier, so that's why I got the
I've gotta go.
on I'm just seeing Bombers here is on a hatchback. Can we just like admonish him for a second? Where's Fish Fan? Where is Fish Fan?
This Fish fan we speak of so much. Not here.
Exactly. Bomber is gonna go for the freebie here, and it's pretty safe. But like this is why that 3-1 beach is like less good, because like I'd rather get the freebie there. It's quicker, it's smoother, and you get to be faster in 3-1 and only lose a bit of time in 3-2 as a result. Good first hit from Bombers. Although bit of
A little bit of a slow, you know,
Yeah.
turnaround at the bottom of the bridge.
I'd say at the start of Lisa, like, for all that happened between like Bomer's not getting a cutscene skip and having a bit of a yikes 3-1 with that hit and run, he's played this so much more solidly than Sid. There's a lot of time that has actually just been opened up purely just due to like strat differences that were not like, you know, that shouldn't have made that much of a time difference. But Bomer's is like incredible driving has allowed him to open up quite a lead. And I mean, Ute, I'll give that a thumbs up. It's no Fish Fan, but it's not a bloody hatchback.
It was a good second car as well from Bulmers. Getting quite lucky
And
getting
very-
in the middle of the... What's that building called? The Aztec?
The Aztec Theatre in the Bolorama is the area you're at, yeah.
Yeah, getting him in the doorway of the Aztec.
Also a very, very smooth pickup in Camp Krusty for Sid.
Both runners are playing real well right now.
Okay, look, I'm sorry, I have to do it, but
Oh,
strike one! Rotating your head 270 degrees.
oh, having a bit of
The
trouble with
hourest
the
of all
first car at the bottom of the bridge. If I word this better than I did the last time I mentioned it, not having it kill itself at the bottom of the road. Is that better than saying suicide bridge? Bringing that back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you're wondering. Why do you need a license to run over old people?
The answer is you don't, so run them over anyway.
No, Snake is doing that. That's a second strike. Like, it's specifically against law, and Bomer's getting lucky there, even though he's not actually manipulating Snake as much as he should, does not get the drop after the bridge, and oh, Sid almost getting caught underneath the robotic arm there.
A good second car from Sid as well. Both having pretty similar hellfishes, having a little bit of trouble with the bottom of the bridge, but you know, both having a really solid second car. And a real solid third car as well.
The number, that is.
We won't be seeing the ESS from Sid.
Chief Wiggum. Hello, Springfield.
Moving on to the Lisa auto scroller.
Delivered to a happy
Did you do?
Nice box pickup. That's something I've always found, like, this is one of those very small instances where, like, I do know, oh, he's not picked up that fish.
Who needs it?
I mean,
Go fish. Imagine mission of fish.
it's, like,
Chat
some of them
having
are
a
quite
word
difficult.
with fish.
By the way, Nate, I have a question. What's, like, a synonym for liberty? Oh, wait, never mind. Lisa's got me. And Sid getting a significantly better third drop on tonight.
LP3 said he's missed you commentating.
I mean, like, you just gotta aim better, honestly.
Afraid of my cold-blooded friends.
You know, we have a full mission gap between them. Only about 20 seconds the difference because of the load timers, but we do see like a significant lead being pulled out for Bulmers despite the fact that he missed Bart 1 cutscene skip.
The time for action is now.
Both players are playing very solidly for like their caliber, but also, you know, Sid's really putting in the work as well, playing against a player that is, you know.
Oh, Bulmer's not going for the new limo strat that I think is dumb and like ridiculous. Boo!
No,
How
no,
dare
God,
you.
Limo. Who is
Sweet.
this?
One sec, tattoo studio is open. Come on, let's go get tattoos. I mean, I think we can finally get tattoos now. That place is open at least. Let's see how we go here. Bulmer's gonna pick up Bart, and we're gonna go to Marge. Canyonero physics, 200 FPS. Name a better duo. Always.
Oh, having a bit of trouble with that lamppost.
For 200 FPS jumps, he's really struggling here. There we go. Oh, never mind.
There we go.
Oh.
He's up.
Hey!
Bomber's knocked into the pole. Yeah, it did look like it. I didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong, but it
I
did
mean, like,
look like he nudged the pole a little bit.
People saying like Lisa skipped leg day, but she's got a vertical leap that goes like about 5 times higher than her height.
She's also 8.
She's done leg day. She's done leg day.
She's also 8, and I mean that literally and not like in a derogatory way. She's 8. I think she's allowed to skip leg day.
Lisa's got like a 12-foot vertical leap. Okay, let's just give her some credit right there.
Throwback to doing the vertical jump in like high school athletics.
Hell yeah. Let's see how Sid goes with, ooh, not even attempting that, although like, to be fair, I can kind of see like the decision made there, like when you don't think you can get that good hit, you'd much rather get the track better.
No!
Oh yeah, Limo's gonna escape. Is he gonna go for a reset? No, he's not. He's just gonna go for
just
this.
gonna chance
Meanwhile,
it.
Bulmer's here taking 1 hit on the donut truck and now guiding him into position. See if he gets the better position. And he does. This should be pretty good now. Bulmer's gonna have a solid for a few donuts more.
Mission restart would have been better. I would have said the same
I totally
thing.
agree. I totally agree.
Also, I feel like I'm now allowed to commentate on runs because I got Donut Fire for the first time today. So, you know, I've earned my license.
Hey, everybody! Can we, can, one sec. Everybody, please clap. Please.
I finally have my license. I've got every strat that, you know, isn't hard.
You know, I just need to get my Jeb Bush references in. It's very important.
Thank you, because that's what we're all here for.
Bulmer's picking up Cherry Park Wasp on the second go round. I'll do this in a different level entirely.
Meanwhile, there is some salt being rubbed into the wounds on this 3-7 for Sid right now. The hit and run, while trying to get up to Lisa.
This is gonna be yikesy. Any mission that requires you to leave your vehicle is not gonna be fun. He's gonna
accidentally deloading the boat. Very nice.
Yeah, I think he reset and he just like skipped a loading zone, which is a very, very fun time when you're not familiar with why it happens, as I've been several times. See which route Bulmer's goes for. Is he gonna go for a mini grind on the box you go for with wolves, or is he gonna go for the crusty glass by the swimming pool. Both are decent options.
Up until that 3-7 on Sid's part, it really was quite close. And unfortunately, the limo kind of escaping
What is
with
that
choice
fourth
not to
drop?
reset the mission. He has lost about 2 minutes of time to Bombers over here.
That fourth drop was ridiculous.
It do
That
be
was
like that
so
sometimes.
late.
Choosing to get
Haven't
the
been
gold
able to
house
get that.
grind.
Yeah, I think I think a box grind was part of his strat, but like I don't know which one he would have preferred to go for between that and the other.
Oh, Canyonero doing its thing.
Hey!
Somehow still getting the
Oh.
box. That was stylish. I like.
Nice. We need to make like a parody song of the Canyonero song, which just like talks about its horrible, horrible physics.
No! Sid really struggling with this donut truck right here. Just about managing to stay in front of it.
Mm-hmm. One sec, can you I'm struggling here. Can you do me a favor? Can you name the truck with 4-wheel drive, smells like a steak, and seats 35?
No,
Which
I
one
don't
is
think I
that
can.
It's the
But
Canyonero.
only because you asked.
you fool. Oh, okay. So managing a decent donut truck. I mean, it's good for a backup, but it was a bit unfortunate given the way traffic was behaving. Is he gonna? Okay, for a second I thought he was waiting for the car to reload so we could go to Quickie Mart to pick up early inmate, which would have been a bit of a bad play.
Real party acceleration.
So these guys are now both a mission apart, so we're really trying to see Bombers pull ahead ever so slightly, despite the missed cutscene skip. I do think the Marge and the Upu are going to be where we kind of see the pull away from Bombers. Be interesting to see kind of what coins he skips and like how he approaches 5-5.
Also, not only are we mission apart, we're also one of the longest missions apart. Like, Redneck Roundup is a very, very long mission within this game due to it like being an auto-scroller. It's very difficult for it to be cut down. I think it's only...
This game could have achieved like a perfect 10 out of 10 rating on every single platform possible. All those like gaming Rotten Tomatoes type beat. And that could have been achievable if they just got rid of 4-2, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Sid
if we got rid of 4-2 and re-released this game, it'd be a cultural reset.
I think it would be exactly what we need in our divided world. In unprecedented times such as these, we need a re-release of Simpsons
Everyone would
Hit
really
Run
come back together
without
for it.
4-2. And with a mission in place of 4-4 that actually has content that isn't just like, wait, we only have 6 missions for Marge. You know how you have to race Wiggum in the first part of 4-5? What if we just like made that another mission? Yeah, sure. I guess we'll do that. Okay. Ship it off.
It does really feel like they had like a 2-week deadline and they were like, just clone Homer 2 and put a race in Marge. It'll be
They
fine.
literally did.
Don't make fun of 4-4. Sorry, LP3. We take it back. 4-4, best
I
mission.
don't take it back. Miko does not.
How about this game, but every single mission is just 4-4 in different location?
I mean, that would literally just be road rage. Oh, that's a very interesting, dynamic camera that just came on for Bombers after talking to Cletus, and Garbage Trucks is saying, "Hey, can you stop?"
Here it is. This is the LP3 mission. Funny how LP3 has a 3 in his name, and neither of those numbers in this mission correlate to that. I think we should be seeing like an LP4 cinema or something.
I'm just thinking of that meme of just like the scientist holding up the
Finally, LP4 cinema.
the flash. Oh my word, LP4.
LP4
LP3 cinema is evolving. I think eventually it goes from LP3 cinema to LP4 YouTube.
And it goes for like LP5 YouTube Premium.
then into LP6 surveillance state run by Apple.
Like LP7 TikTok, LP8 ban on TikTok.
Well, no, I think in that case LP5 is fine. Okay, never. Let's say something coherent. We'll steal my pills as a mission. No, LP2 was silent cinema, and LP1 was just Shakespeare. Ooh, Sid's slightly overshooting that. The problem with that is that if you have to like go horizontally for a sec, you just lose so much speed. And Cletus Truck being the vile, reprehensible vehicle that it is, it's very slow to get fast. AKA, it's not good at accelerating.
I was going to say that LP1 is like what the first Simpsons 20 was, but I feel like the joke has passed slightly.
No, you can keep doing it. I mean, I've been making the same jokes for years. Why do you think I came up with that owl joke?
I can't wait for the day where you message me like, I've written some new material, finally.
You're not going to believe this. I have a new joke for Slithery Sleuthing. It involves the word trowel. No, that joke I already came up with.
Oh, I have a new joke, and you just pull out a pack of 4 penguins.
Strike 1, lowering the opponent's attack staff by 1 stage. The growlest of all crimes. Gonna go back to retirement castle.
I took 10 damage from that joke, I'm not gonna lie.
What are you talking? Wait, what is Sid doing? Wait, what? Oh my god, Cletus Truck.
He really said, like, that's my car now.
Why would you use Cletus Truck as longer than you have to? It's like doing any DJ Lambton strat that isn't, like, lamentably the meta. Or studying maths. Sorry. Actually, I take that back. I'm not sorry. Let's have a 2-minute, like, DJ Lambton hate. I think we need that right now.
No, I can't do that because he'll absolutely, he will actually decimate me in our race.
That's why I'm gonna have to train
you can hate on
make sure
and I have to remain neutral
them.
until I win.
Maybe these will jog your memory.
That was decent.
Just gonna leave that where it lies, huh?
Lambton found 7-3. It's a shame he hasn't found a PB in like 4 years.
1 sec. I'm gonna go fucking smoke a 20 pack, and I'm gonna come back and get ready for crap circles. Crap circles.
The slight like crisp of the audio really added to that.
Honestly, all you have to do is like punch me in the throat, and then I can give a rendition of that, which would be pretty decent.
When sub 140. Oh, honey, I have to get the sub 150 first. Sub 140. Don't make me laugh. Oh, he's able to get the grocery vend. Very nice.
His coins are looking like not as good as I'd like them to. Like around now, you'd want, for my liking anyways, and we're somewhat similar as far as our times are concerned, about 690 by the end of the mission. But he can still manage that. But he already picked up the box at the mansion. March, classy, March, classy, March, classy. Damn it.
March Classy is an S tier outfit, and I don't want to argue about that. It just is.
I want to mod the game so that everybody is wearing March Classy at all times.
Oh, let me go and buy another version of March Classy. Gotta change out of this outfit. There's ketchup stains on it.
Exactly.
B-Sharp's better. B-Sharp's is also like an S tier outfit.
Can somebody please escort this gentleman out of here? He is speaking blasphemy, and I just don't want him. I don't want him.
B-Sharp's hater.
I'm not a B-Sharp's hater. I'm just a March Classy appreciator.
You're not a B-Sharp's hater. You're a chat hater.
No, I'm just specifically a DJ Lambton hater.
American better? Oh, I don't know about that. I think B Sharps is the outfit for me, but I can respect American.
Honestly,
Look,
like I would
it's a
say,
little bit,
you know, like saying that American is better, like compared to saying B Sharps, you know, is better. I'd say like escort Lambton out of the stream, but I would say yeet house into the sun for saying that because that is just not just blasphemy, it's like actively offensive. Like we're not saying like you've maybe had a misinterpretation of the source material. I just think you're just saying this to be nasty. You're just ugh. And Axie, no. I'm gonna look away from chat for a while. I'm just gonna. Hey, we're in From Outer Space. Let's go fast in From Outer Space.
I'm not a big hater of any outfit, except maybe Dirty Homer. I think Dirty Homer's ugly.
He's trying his best, okay?
I think it hits too close to home.
Ooh, not managing that hit for Bulmers. It's not gonna sink him by any means, but just not having a fun time. Gonna get church sign.
Gonna get a car bomb as well from that. Very nice. Huge better. Boogo. Cute go. Okay. You're doing great, Kelvin. Good job, dude.
Bart may have a twin called Huge or Boogo or Hugo, but he is not a porn star.
Thank you for that.
I just need to give Abe Simpson lines because I've been rewatching.
Where have you been rewatching? Is this a sponsor? Is this a sponsorship?
Yeah, I've been rewatching The Simpsons. Oh no,
struggling to rewatch The Simpsons, but don't know which country to use? This is sponsored by NordVPN.
That's gonna cost me.
I hope you're ashamed of yourself.
Whoa!
I hope that your soul has like fractured after saying that.
I think I make that joke like twice a week about literally anything.
Ooh, that was almost a Gamden. Almost a Gamden on Bulmers' side. Let's see how third truck goes. You guys are getting paid? Ooh, nice. That is a clean little truck right there.
Besides that first truck, this hasn't been horrendous. I don't know if Bombers will be happy with it.
Chimera physics just made him jump a fence. That was fantastic. Thought it was that as I tried to come up with like a horse racing like place, but I'm not like a Tory, so I don't know where horse racing happens.
You could literally have said,
so like I was like, oh,
never taken a shortcut
like a horse. Yeah, let's go to Hot Fuzz Town. Bulmer's pulling out even a bigger lead at this stage. It is looking at the point where like only a pre-cutscene skip is gonna make this competitive as far as the actual result of this is concerned, because never mind, Mr. Power Jacket achieved negative 15 minutes. Sid's in this. Let's go, baby.
Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
Out of bounds could go horribly wrong too. You never know, but you know, we're not preying on the downfall of either of the runners.
I am.
Maybe the true chaotic evil lies within.
Just between me and you, random
Oh no! Failing the dirt jump right there.
In the best possible way. I just love it when you just like bonk on, on the very top.
What in the hell were you thinking, sir? Human crickets.
Hey, LP3, thank you for gifting a subscription to Guff McGufferson.
Are we also not going to talk about Sid's first cola truck?
I just tried to forget about it, honestly. It was pretty solid.
Come to Papa, random object.
Sid going for a very intentional lineup to get to the mansion box. For anybody who wants it, if you drive, starting from the point at which like the tire marks begin and just go on a straight line off there, it's a very good line to make sure you get mansion box if you're like a bit antsy about whether you get it or not. And that is it was looking a bit dicey, but that's a solid second truck that's going to destroy itself. I would say Sid, just let it drive and it will destroy itself all by itself. And DJ Lampton, I mean, I will begrudgingly say, thanks Lampton, for the gifted sub to Greenie0359. Don't you hate it when, like, you know, there's someone so toxic in, like, you know, the chat that they're just, like, gifting subs just to make the streamer go, like, thank you, ha ha ha,
my name,
thank
streamer.
you. Exactly. Say my name. I demand you give me positive feedback. Let's see how third truck goes. It's not going to be as solid as Bulmers is, but he still has a decent chance on the farmhouse here. Gets, ooh, truck slightly turning to make sure that it does not get quite the solid hit that it could have. Meanwhile, Bulmers here picking up Stadium and going to go for Town Hall.
I think we're going to be relying on possibly the tree or even the trailer park for this last truck.
Shout out to Greenie for not letting getting a gifted sub stop him from disliking Lampton.
Shows that you can't buy affection.
Stay true to your roots.
Very nice.
Your Lampton hating roots. Let's see how that 11 draft goes for Bulmers. Looks a bit late to me.
Pin pals, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazine.
Oh, Canyonero physics. Oh. Canyonero, please.
Your failure shames you. Yes, you.
See. Bulmers' coins looking reasonably good. I don't know like what he wants at this stage. For me they'd be like 50 coins under, but like I assume he's got this calculated.
I hope he's got this calculated. It's gonna be a little
he's
bit.
got enough.
Yeah.
Because he's got the Town Hall box here, which is going to get him up to 503, and then the Wasp on top of that will get him up to 530 or something. Fortunate to get a good ride in the stairs though. Those can be very, very tricky with Longhorn.
Guff says if Guff wins their group, they'll do a black flip. You know what? I don't even know why I try. I'm gonna disconnect from this call. Someone else can take this. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm rage quitting.
Sid going for some pretty safe coins on the approach to 5-1. Bulmers did not pick up the Town Hall box, which is just a sign of perhaps maybe a difference in confidence. Maybe Sid, like, maybe not feeling great about the run so far. I don't know what he'd do normally. But at this level, I would suspect he would not go for that box now because it's just not good to pick up. And maybe it is just the tournament run isn't going good.
To help with the baby van.
All I'm saying is he'd vote for you.
Shout out to Quimby. I don't know where he is, but one of my favourite genders.
Ah yes, the 3 genders. Picking up coins here. I assume his coins are just very bad by his standards, so he is kind of picking up what I'd kind of call.
To be honest.
I'm not say Sid is thinking about right now with that truck blocking him off. When are we gonna have Speed Simpsons Civil War? Who here dislikes Quimby more and who here dislikes Lampton more? I know which side I'm on.
My side will be determined by how the race against Lampton goes. I'll let the salt, like, you know, really get rubbed into the wound before I make a decision.
Ah yes, let the salt flow through you. Ooh, nasty on Sid's side. Not going for the manipulation where you make sure that the truck is off screen to make its pathing a bit better.
Sid with the car bomb, let's go.
If you look behind you or if the truck is not physically on screen, it is, I believe, impossible. I'm going to caveat that by saying much less likely, because if it's impossible, it is much less likely to get caught in the stairs or indeed the fire trucks later on. I'm just noticing now that in that merge, Bulmers pulled out another full minute of a lead over Sid, which is a very commanding position.
Oh, no! This is just between me and you, random object. Look, you put this here. It makes
Ooh, Wiggum just absolutely pulverizing that wall.
Hand over your...
Wiggum does what Wiggum wants.
The smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine.
What's happening?
See what Bulmers goes for here. I've seen like loads of different strategies for how you get the truck to move fastest through here. So I'm kind of interested to see what he goes for. Oh.
I mean, it
Truck gonna be
works.
nice.
I haven't
That
seen
is
that before, but
pretty solid.
I'm used to seeing people like, you know, smack the thing to go around faster.
Mm-hmm.
So he still does his little turn.
Baby Vamp said, see if he gets this is one that could potentially be faster, because well, Bulmers did have a decent one. It wasn't perfect by any means. But it's definitely one that can go much, much worse as well. So Sid can catch up here, but can also fall even further behind. See if Van's going to be nice. Ooh, does not get the hit to get him into the lion statues. And it's pretty smart physics, so it's not going to manage to get itself in there.
My giant gut is slowing me down.
See if Bulmers does some Nico platforming. Nah, managing that jump just fine.
I want to be remembered for bad platforming, please.
Turns out competent platforming is possible. But you wouldn't notice that, huh?
Bothering 8 children really hurt my stamina. Just give me a minute to catch my breath.
Are we gonna see this? No, we're not gonna see the... I don't know if like what the legality of it is now, but like the weird like ghost jumping or whatever it's called. Where like you take the camera off like Homer and he just like, or Apu, and he just sort of like floats in the air and you just get to move about places. I don't know if that's like legal within ASM or whatever, because I've just seen it and then like I've seen like posts about it and I'm just like, I have no idea if this is legal or not, or even how to do it or how it works. But well done, everybody.
Perhaps I should refrain from doing that in the future. Hey, move it!
I do not like Bulmers' coins.
What have they done to you?
360.
They are very low, to be fair. Making me a little nervous, but, you know, I'm expecting a couple of, you know, wasps to be got in armored truck, or, you know, boxes, either way.
If I had 410 at this point, I'd be like sweating right now because I'd be thinking, oh god, no. Like, armored truck is now a necessity, or else like I can't get the wasps, and if I can't get the wasps, I'm destroyed. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what it is Bulmers shall do to compensate for this. Alright, okay. Would you like me to properly enunciate? Alright. Let us see what Greenbulmers shall do. At your excuse me, Kelvin. One sec. I've just been sassed here. I have been significantly sassed.
Yeah, you got told.
Wow. If it weren't for the fact that Kelvin was about 10 minutes faster than me, I would definitely talk back with this. Oh.
I'm just happy to be here.
Uh-oh.
I have no authority.
Uh-oh. I wasn't even being talked to. Hell yeah. See how this armor truck goes. Everybody, let's get some bless RNG in the chat. If it is, you want Bulmers to succeed. Or like, take RNG. I don't know. We need that. We need more toxic emotes that go, I really hope you fail at this.
I need like a curse RNG for like,
Exactly.
you know, chaotic evils in the community.
See how this goes. Ooh. This is good. That is good.
Pretty textbook.
I mean, that is to the book. In the book of armored trucks, that doesn't exist. There is a picture of Bulmers. Let's just leave it there. Everyone, we all know the optimal language to play this game in is Irish. Let's all just play this game off scale, guys. That's how you got to do it. Carl will 2 on sexy footage. That's what we need to hear. That's how you get fast.
I've heard a couple of the dubs, but I think if we're talking about sexy footage, German really takes the win for me. Because he's so aggressive, except for the line where it's the sexy footage, where it's like really quiet for some reason. Like a really like not soothing, but like the rest is so aggressive for no reason.
I'd be worried if you referred to it as soothing.
Me falling asleep to like sexy Alfenstad or whatever it is.
Yes, you! Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior. Hey, it's totally not supposed to happen. If you do not... Shiva H. Vishnu. My jubilation knows no... Oh, Mr. Bob.
No problemo.
Better hurry. Last time I left this store, Hoodlums put photography in the bridal magazine.
See how these runs go now. Going into quite a tricky mission in Curator. It's got a very, very tricky strat at the highest levels. And I'm always amazed when I see the top runners, because I'm always just like, you're under coin! And then they're just like, 10 minutes later like, what? What'd you say?
Very nice.
Ooh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And now for the missed cutscenes.
Perfect.
Oh.
Going for
We're gonna get a buffered cutscene skip. Oh.
11!
And into 6-1 we go.
Automan. You.
I'm personally not a big fan of the Apu buffer. I'd rather just smack the well, mine's the escape key. I don't know if everyone else has binded like that.
Yeah.
But I'd rather just smack the escape key until I see the menu pop up. I've not unpaused in Apu yet, so you know. It's worked out. Oh no, and he bounces off the side of the pavement to miss the child.
Ow! I lost my buzz.
Beautiful.
200 road physics really coming into play right here.
All mine.
Whoa, that was a big one. Are you even watching the road?
I'd rather this game didn't have cutscenes. You know what? You're right, but let me travel back to like 20. How many years to go to this game come out? Like 17 or something. Let me travel back to like 17 years ago, and I'll tell them.
I think like two years ago. It's very top of the range. Like, I mean, like I'm just thinking about these two guys with CPUs. They must be like, you know, burning hot just to play this game. I don't know about you, but this is the game that taught me that my computer needs to be updated. Like, this taught me about my computer's obsolescence. This
game only runs if you've got like a new graphics card, like the 3000 series.
Exactly. Like the ones that have been like, you know, priced up due to like, you know, all those like Bitcoin miners. Like you needed everything. Like everyone was just like, "Hey Matt, why did you make the specs so high?" And he's just like, "Because I have to. I want you to see every single weird bulbous piece of Marge's hair." And honestly, I'm glad he did.
armored truck on Sid's side.
And €2,500 later on an EPC, here we are.
Nice.
Nice armored truck.
Seen a little bit of coin collection. Should the wasp. Okay. That wasp did not want to be got. Getting electrocuted inside the car as well.
Apu doing the YMCA, but not quite sure what the other 3 parts of it are.
The why?
Delilah.
My butt hurts.
Gonna see Sid go to the stadium way.
Oh no! Snake! Everybody pouring out for Snake. He's dead.
Rest in peace, Hobie. Guess we won't see him in 7-6 either. That's it. He's been obliterated.
Snake is canonically dead, everybody. Snake is dead.
Time for some road rage. Bart Simpson style.
Ding dong, the wicked jailbird is dead.
All right.
Shut up. Oh damn, that was incredible. Globex, like, you know, turning into like a wacky racer's car, managing to, like, you know, contort itself underneath that obstacle. Although to be fair, this car does remind me of what's his name? What's the name of the one who is always after Penelope Fitstop? The car really reminds me of that. What's the name? Peter Perfect, I think was his name. Reminds me of that. Oh my god, Snake, you're
The
back!
little like Tory dude from Harold Henry. Good bit.
Bort. I'm just gonna say Bort because we need to move on from that joke.
Say the line, Lexi.
What?
Bort.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were expecting. Hey mom, I got
been anything. I'm not gonna lie.
Bort. I'm getting schooled here by House. But all I'm gonna say is, you think that Apu American is better than Large Classy, so
We all like have our opinions, and some of them are wrong, but that's okay.
we all have our opinions, and some of them are crimes against the state that one day I will be in charge of.
It's
and as
okay
such,
because
watch your
Apu's
back, my
huge.
dude.
We're
Watch your
looking
back.
up how to delete your comments from the comment section below.
I
So
have to look it up. I'm just gonna have to, like, you know, all I have to do is like click my fingers one day. Okay, well done. Well done on towing the party line. Okay. What's the difference? Oh my word. Yeah, another minute is being pulled out by Apu. Like, at this rate, we're looking at like a 7-minute, like, victory. For
I did get in the
Bowman's
110 flat. That's pretty satisfying.
It is. Let's hope you never lose Bart 2 so that we never have to have that time gone away.
Oh, finally
like
a
how-
DNF.
It's like how Heisen managed to get like a perfect. Didn't he manage to get like a perfect 150? That's just like a chef's kiss moment. It was a 156. I don't quite remember what his time is. Yeah, Heisen managed a perfect 150, and that is just that's the contribution to the community you need.
It's very nice.
No problemo.
I like that. Also, Bulmer's entered the lab too early, having to leave again to trigger Frank.
Insert triggered me here. Also, while I have this soapbox, I do just really quickly want to say, if your time is 1:36:23 or worse, get on this fucking game and do faster than 1:36:23 because I need to get into 69th place. Thank you everybody for listening to my TED Talk.
Is that the reason you really chose to do this, comms? So you could do that like broadcast?
Pretty much, yes. Okay. And especially a later com because like people may have fallen asleep, so it might actually be like, you know, getting into their subconscious here. A very nice duff truck from Bulmers. Get a faster 1:36:23 time. strangely from Sid here. I'm not quite sure why you'd go for this route in particular.
That's totally awesome.
Ooh, only managing to take down the shield. He's gonna go for the Wasp Destruction on foot.
If I show this laser gun
Oh,
at
just
Or get a worse PB.
forehead.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to
Yo, lift.
try to find some reason why my old PB is invalid. I'm gonna like pretend I was on like speedrun enhancing drugs.
Fire in the hole.
Just blame it on like the aspect ratio.
Exactly.
It was on like a,
Asphalt out
you know, like a
here.
4.5 or something. instead.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm actually Christian Mario Maker.
Take that.
Hope that didn't break my memory card.
I've just been very, very subtly hiding my Austrian accent.
Now, show the proof to Krusty. And if you
FMJ
haven't believed now,
managing to come out good for Bulmers, although slightly dicey.
Krusty, I've got. Fine by me.
EB should have expiration dates. I like that idea.
Time to lay some rubber down.
No coins, but like, as far as things to go wrong, you know, are concerned, it gets worse. Let's see what route he's gonna go for in set to kill. Okay, a nice
See,
standard
fast set to kill.
And oh no, oh bother, oh no. Bulmer's he has appeared to have missed several of the stands. Whatever shall our intrepid hero do to unforsake himself?
Remember that bit earlier where we were talking about new material?
Oh no, oh dear.
Don't
Oh
bother.
shoot. Oh fork.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's bad. Does he still have time?
Yeah, definitely. Like you can do this with like as few as like, you know, 10 seconds if you're really feeling dicey.
Oh, thank God. That would have been risky.
Whee!
Clean boat jump.
At 200 FPS, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's like, you know, easy, but I'm just gonna say it's pretty handy. Pretty handy. What, is anyone noticing that like Sid's screen is just like been black for the last while?
Oh
Like
no!
he finished 6-2 and like
Bust.
nothing has happened on the screen since. Bulmer's getting busted. I really hope we can get Sid's feedback on.
Doing a little pause to check coins or something.
I don't think
Oh
you
no,
can
I'm
do that,
not
honestly.
smart enough for that.
Like your coins would still be there when you're collecting them.
No problemo.
They're all gonna disappear.
This is too cool for school.
One sec, everyone, we need to sit down for a second. Okay. This is a message for one sec, I need to do the YouTube apology voice.
Mine. All mine.
This
Woo, nice one.
is a message for Ty Puzzle 25.
Oh.
I made a whoa! Robot arm getting it. One sec, I'll get back to my YouTuber apology in a second.
Ooh.
This is dicey. He's gonna have to reset on landing because I think that like the car would be destroyed upon landing. He's gonna have to be quite careful about hitting absolutely anything to make sure he gets that right. Anyways, back to the YouTuber apology.
I didn't do it.
I made a continuous lapse in judgment, expecting Ty to understand a joke when he saw one. I said that Sid's stream wasn't working because I was making a joke about the boring nature of lab coat kit burn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go.
Okay, now we're on the advert.
You know what I'm noticing right now? Rigor Motors is a pun on rigor mortis.
Can't believe you didn't realize this.
I didn't realize
3
this
weeks ago.
No, it wasn't 3 weeks ago. It was about a year and a half ago when I was racing Aqua. So I was running this game actively for 3 years by then, and I'd been playing this game on and off throughout my childhood, and like once or twice I'd pick it up again since I was about 6 years old. And I was racing Aqua, and like literally I was just like, huh, is Vivian Motors a pun on rigor mortis? It was a very, very two-head moment, much like if you couldn't see a meme that I was talking about 6-3 being done. Ooh, damn, Skinner is being a slippery snack here. I imagine to escape both boys, but
I genuinely thought that like Sid had that as well. Oh, getting a car bomb as well, getting some free coins from that.
Damn, 200 FPS just yeeting 70 sports car. And I believe Bulmers will be receiving a 22-minute penalty.
Did he just receive 30 coins from that car bomb? I think he did. It might have been like 2 car bombs. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, Bulmers has committed the sin of gluttony and shall, first of all, of course, burn in hell for eternity, but also receive a 22-minute penalty on his time for this tournament.
Let's do this thing. Eat my dust.
Headline just comes in. Nanvet car bomb kills 30.
Car bomb wiped out half of Springfield.
Well, Ty, if I'll make new content when you start understanding the old content. You know, all I'm saying is like all this content is new to you if you don't fucking get the joke.
They didn't have time to revise. You only signed up like a few hours ago.
Exactly.
So I do understand. It's okay. There won't be any passes or fails for this test. But for the next commentary, which is in a couple of weeks,
for what it's
we'll be
worth,
expecting
Ty
full
has
decision.
failed as a viewer.
You leave Ty alone. I won't take any Ty slander on this comms.
We're just Ty's parents fighting. Okay, let's see how this yeet goes. Zombie car is horrible, so anything that sort of like, you know, removes more of zombie car missions is all good by me.
Agreed.
Very solid.
The car is very nearly on fire.
Oh no, you're supposed to do this because it gives you the jump out of the car animation, which is much faster.
Ooh,
attempting the boat jump there on 6-6, which is just not the time to do it, honestly. Or well, I guess it is the time to do it, but the angle he approached from was like quite poor, so not getting it. But yeah, you're gonna see here that he's going to. Oh no, is he? I thought for a sec that he used the. Oh no, now I see why he did that. Yeah, because it I think it lifted up the front of the hover car, which makes it move faster.
Nice alien craft. Now to just get out of the path of the tractor beam. Oh, it sucks.
Just imagine being some like washed up strat maker who like, you know, had to watch 7-3 be performed in another way. I couldn't personally. I mean, like, I don't experience that. It's not a part of my life's experience. But like, you know, just imagine if you were and you studied maths. It would just be. I don't know what I'd do with myself, honestly.
It's crashing time.
I feel sorry for all the people who go to uni and choose to do a maths degree when there's like literally any other degree available.
I feel sorry for people who do maths degrees when there are plenty of less employable degrees out there, like philosophy.
Like, I don't know, media? You know it's bad when you do a media degree and then you work with 3 other media students in a coffee shop.
Oh god, this is where they keep us. Wait, what is Bulmers doing here? This route is like his approach to the power plant is just absurd.
Making a couple of attempts to get the car park where you wanted. Now it's time for the platform.
Good to me. Oh really? Okay, I'm not familiar with the new 720B into 7.4 strat requirement. See how Sid's coins are going.
Wow, I need a disco nap.
Yeah, they're good. Krusty Burger's gonna fix them. No frazzle, no frazzle, no frazzle, no frazzle, no frazzle, no frazzle, no frazzle. Let's go, baby!
That was clean. That was good.
Hey, look, you didn't fall down any of the panels.
I meant the old tab as well.
Yeah, it's funny that I mentioned that. Like, you know, it's just a very strange remark to make, seeing as, like, you know, obviously you don't fall down the panels. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, real chance never fail the platform.
Is that Bob or Greg you just saw there? I mean, like, I think he had, like, you know, the eyes of Bob, like, got the really, like, you know, real hollow eye sockets.
Head shape. Oh, how cute! I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I'm itching my eyes, so I didn't catch either Bob or Greg. So we'll just meet in the middle and say it was Grub.
I beg you to stop.
Chest pain. Having chest. Oh man, my current's gone, and the ashtray was full of. Wow. Let's do this thing.
Grub bug. Good old Grub.
Aw, dang, 26 coins over. Even a bigger time penalty as a result.
So you like to see recycling some more of that content that we've been talking about.
You just don't commit the sin of gluttony. I mean, there are plenty of better deadly sins to commit. Especially in Pride Month.
Like envy. That, you know, that very pride related.
We literally just need. Ooh, spawning in the area.
No, not like this.
Reset this position. Don't you just hate it when the world around you suddenly exists? I know I do.
Yeah.
My face when the world exists. The sad thing is, as a philosophy student, I could actually see that being sent into one of the lecture group chats.
I want you to send that once this race is over, with no context. Ah, seeing a restart mission from Bulmers.
Damn. Yeah, I think he had to do that at that stage. Like a small gap being open for Sid here, but I just don't think Bulmers is going to take that long with it, honestly. Although it does have to drive around the inbounds map of this area in absolute shame. Bulmers, you should be out of bounds here. You should be driving, you should be zooming about like in the ethereal plane here. And yet you're not. Everybody, I want you to look away from Sid's screen for the next 2 minutes or so. I don't want to give Lambton any praise here. This draft, funny enough, like, it was found in, like, this abandoned book. Nobody knows who actually wrote the book. But, yeah, it's just really interesting. Just one of those, like, you know, like, when they say, like, there's a cupboard, like, in somebody's desk that, like, nobody knows who it belongs to. It's just got this amazing manuscript in it. It's pretty amazing how this strat was in there. It's like, wow.
Getting the strat on the 3rd attempt as well. Not really being able to close that gap. Jesus.
Yeah.
Sid getting
the bloke with the beard
on the 3rd attempt. Oh my god. On the 3rd attempt.
You sounded so disappointed on the 3rd attempt.
I'm having a bit of a meltdown, I will not lie to you.
Absolute mood.
Way to ignore the speed limit.
Hot in season, my face is itching. And there's nothing I can do about it because it's 1:30 in the morning.
Just scratch it. Just scratch it. I'm trying to think of what the best emote would be for that. Just scratch it. Forehead, I guess. I guess. I mean, like, I think other people have a better emote lexicon than I do. So, like, please do tell me if you know of any better ones.
I only know like Crack W, and not like this. So.
very nice little spin in there by Bulmers. Nice little technique to force the car to turn around. Going through the Tomako. They're pumpkins, but they're in a Tomako field. I don't know. I'm just phoning in at this point. Just kidding. I phoned it in from the beginning. See how this goes. Drive back for Bulmers, looking like we are on for a high 128. If he drives very, very quickly. Sorry, that's the technical term. Fast.
Look at me, I'm free as a bird. Oh, I'm going to a better place.
Oh no! Messing up the
Basil!
platforming.
Basil, is that
Hey.
you? Bad luck for Sid though. It's a hell to do because like especially given how this game is like, you know, not a platformer. To have to do more of it is just like
Okay, that's a loss.
for me just like my least favorite thing. And Bulmers finishing up with a 128.43. GG Bulmers. One win in the group so far as Sid vaults a wasp. Not a sentence I ever thought I'd have to say in my life.
Ouch, my bikini zone's chafing. Oh, I forgot my mission.
Let's see, a Greg or a Bob, or a Grob, or a Beg.
Just a friend.
He looks like a friend. A friendly little skeleton.
And there you have it. There is the time officially handing this over to Bulmers. We won't be seeing any kind of level skips of any sorts, unfortunately. But Sid playing really well within, you know, the 2.5 mission kind of time frame. I do think Sid will be a little bit disappointed with part of this run, especially the 3-7 blunder. But other than that, I do think that, you know, this isn't a bad run.
Oh, hey, it's not a bad, like, this is potentially a PB at this rate.
Exactly.
Yeah, not just like in tournaments, as in like a solid PB. Actually, I'm gonna quickly check just to put down the gauntlet. I don't think he can get into the top 50 with this. That would be a bit of a, I don't know. Can he PB by more than a few seconds?
There's a convention in town.
Maybe. I'm not familiar with like the OOB times in 7.6 and 7.7. So let's just see how he does. I mean, like, I've got my fingers crossed, like, either way. Like, we loved it. No! He's gonna have to... What's he gonna do here? Is he gonna do it inbounds? He's gonna play it inbounds, I think.
Yeah, it looks like an inbound. No,
Yeah, I don't
Like
think
clip
this is
10.
not... I don't think this can PB then. He just, like, took to... I don't know exactly what I did wrong there. I wasn't, like, paying super close attention to his pathing. I was just keeping an eye on the mini-map. But, yeah, just unfortunate. Although, like, either way, for what it is worth, even if this does or does not PB, this is very solidly on track for a tournament. Or, like, Speed Simpsons PB for Sid, which is, I mean, like, obviously, like, not the thing he would prefer out of a PB versus a Speed Simpsons PB, but it is a pretty solid thing to be able to get to do on your first race at the tournament.
100%. And it does show consistency as well. It shows that, you know, like we were saying at the start of this, Sid is a very consistent player as well. So to get a time within that PB frame, it just kind of shows the level of skill that he does have.
Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when I was doing a tournament before, like, being so inconsistent that, like, even the lower seats who would, like, people would say, oh yeah, you should win this. I'd be like, not too sure about that, bud. But the fact that, like, if you're up against Sid, you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to expect to be facing a 134 time, or a 133 time, maybe at best a 135 time. it just sort of like speaks to like, you know, what you're up against when you're racing against Sid, given that consistency.
Oh, did I do something wrong? Homer hates losing. Homer.
At the moment, I think we're on pace for a 134 2x if he does this pretty quickly in bounds.
Eat my dust. Hot diggity! Oh, I'm going to a better place. Now my story begins in 19-2. We had to say diggity.
Spooky friend getting in the way of the car.
Going our word 20.
Also,
Don't tell anybody
while
else.
we are
I'm not
watching
lying.
the return, chat if you would like to toss up any questions that we can ask the runners, or indeed you can just like tag them and they will see the questions themselves they can answer when we get into the post-race interview before we head off. Just so that we can have like a nice list, because I know what I'm asking, but just if there's anything that people have noticed. Also, I just want to say you're welcome, everybody who bet on Bulmers for the 13,000 channel points that I decided to gracefully put in the pool for you all to take. Yeah, 4-1 and 3-7 were... Well, 4-1 wasn't that bad, like, for Sid. The backup isn't that slow, like, as far as, you know, things that can go wrong are concerned. 3-7 was
That we
definitely
kind of failed the mission earlier instead of later as
the
well.
thing that messed up.
How about them apples?
Okay, looking now at, I'm gonna say a 134.18 is gonna be my prediction. I'm way overestimating that. Actually, it's gonna be more like a 134, like 08 at most.
No human cookbook, but still a great run nonetheless. GG's to both the runners.
134.6. I'd like to invite both of our runners into the call so that we can have a pretty quick post-race interview. And given how like both the commentary team, the restreamer, the racers are all either on like, you know, BST or later in our restreamer's case, we don't like to go to bed. So Bulmers,
Hello.
congrats. How do you feel with this run? How do you think it went?
I mean, like, not good, but like I was happy enough with it until I missed resets. Because like I was kind of, my goal for like every race was 127 or better, and that was on pace for like, I think it was on pace for like 126. Well, it was definitely 127. I know about 126. Can't remember, but yeah, Bar 2 was the standout worst level in that run. The rest was just like bad, but not awful, I guess. Part 1 cutscene as well, but it's 200 FPS, so
Yeah, it looked pretty difficult as someone who can barely get it on 100.
yeah,
And-
it's a rhythm to it, but it's harder than 200. It's like 50-50 for me, really.
Mm-hmm. And Sid, same question goes to you. How do you feel about the run?
Well, I was happy with it up until 3-7, and then it was kind of crap till the end of March, and then it was alright until 7-6 when I was dumb and decided not to go on the grass, because it worked earlier without doing that.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask, like, did you have any moments where you were thinking, like, whether the run was going for you? Because I noticed, like, 1 or 2 strats that I personally saw, like, as someone who, like, is in a similar, like, you know, mid-130s-ish kind of pace, where you went for particularly safe strats for, like, tourney conditions or anything like that? Or were you just going for everything you could and you just have particular strats you go for?
I don't know, there's just particular things I do. I don't really change my my route that much in terms of strats, so...
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this run was, like, I'm surprised it even got a 134 considering 3-7, honestly. This fun fact, I was 37 seconds green up until limo.
What happened in 3-7?
I tried to go fast limo, didn't get the e-brake boost, and then tried to go for the backup and he got out.
Yeah,
Oh, rip.
difficult line. Limo just like drove
Was
straight
it a
out.
Bolarama limo?
Bit past that.
Oh my!
It wasn't good at all.
I had a bad limo. Well, the limo strat itself was fine, but I knocked the pole like way too much in such a way that I could just barely get on, and it took me like 5 times to try and jump back on the boat. Did anyone see my 3-1 as well? With the,
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
I
you
don't know
get
how I
busted
didn't get
with
busted.
that
I
reset.
needed to not get busted there too, because that would have messed up my coins.
Yeah, imagine getting busted during the run, right, Bummers? Right?
I did, yeah,
Right?
I did. 6-6. I kind of lost all focus in that 6-6. I almost failed the mission as well, didn't I?
Yeah, it was
the
pretty
mission-
tight. Like, I was making my like silly pithy joke about like missing sands even though it's intended, and then you almost actually made like my very dumb joke not a joke anymore.
Rip. That part 2 as well. Like I knew it didn't matter if I got busted there because I had all of Castilla to get because he got out of the strat. I did something wrong.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
have to look back on that
both of you had like a very very similar 6-5.
Oh
But
yeah.
you just had the good fortune that you had destroyed him enough such that like that one hit at the end, in Sid's case, he wasn't damaged enough and he just drove out. In your case, like he blew himself up against it. It was very, very similar,
mean,
but it was like sliding doors
yeah.
moments where like small differences, big changes.
Yeah, but like even the fact that I did get that, it's still pretty shit because I had to get all of Castilla, so it's still slow. So, but yeah, it's better than not getting the start, I guess. Rest of my run, I don't really. Can't even think of anything else really. It's just bad. Oh, I'm never going for Plowkin 1-7 again. That strat is bad. No one go for it.
Yeah, your wasp are very yikes in
See, that's
Homer
a
1 and Part
thing.
1.
That's a thing. That Plowkin 1-7. It's supposed to get both wasps, but I guess I'm supposed to have the front one with collision, and I didn't, so I only got one. I usually go for family sedan there. It usually works, but I thought I'd play safe with the tourney.
Yeah, also, I meant to ask, Wolves on my pills, or not Wolves on my pills, Redneck Roundup.
Oh, yeah, that
Between
was
the
kind of
third and
scary.
the fourth drop, which of the boxes do you usually grind? Because I thought for a sec that like you'd grind the near the end of Wolves on my pills, but because the fourth drop was so late, you were forced into doing something else. Was that what you intended to do, or did the drops like
The Gold House box grind. Is that
yeah,
what you're
or do you
talking
go
about?
for the other one, like where you turn right
Spam grind?
after?
Like the shortcut.
Yeah.
So the shortcut one, you want to go for that when the drop is early, because if you go for it when the drop is late, you're going to fail the mission. But you can do the Gold House grind just as... It's kind of harder, but it's worth it if you're fast. That grind, yeah.
Okay. Nika, any questions?
I don't think so. I never really know what to ask in these bits. Just are we all good?
What do you have for
Everyone
breakfast?
Feeling okay?
What are you having for breakfast tomorrow? Actually, that's closer.
Scrambled egg, probably.
I'm not bombers. SMH. I guess our last question for y'all is how do you feel going forward in the tournament? Do you feel like this is a good precursor for the rest of your tournament? Where do you think you're going to finish in the group? What are you hoping for? ETC.
Do you want to go, Sid?
You can go.
Or like go first? Okay. I mean, like I should come second, definitely. I'll lose to Derek probably, but maybe I won't lose to Derek. Jordan, like I should win against him because he doesn't play much and he's kind of in for the fun. And our PBs are like 4 minutes
How
apart.
dare you?
I'm just
Thanks
being
for
honest,
fun.
Lexi. That's what he said. I can show you the actual message too if you want. But yeah,
I couldn't bear to look at it. I'd probably just tear my eyes out in disgust playing this game for fun. Jesus Christ.
who does that? No, Derek should
You
be
do it
my
for the
only
pain.
challenge. This. As for the rest of the tourney, I literally don't know. I'm not good enough to win it, obviously. But you never know how far I'll go. Depends on my runs, I guess, and who I go against.
And that's it.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to get obliterated by Derek. Jordan, I have a chance if I play well. If I don't play like trash like I did today, I could maybe beat him. 'Cause he's
You have a
got
good chance of beating him, Sid. He doesn't play much at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
he's very
If
much
I can
like
pull
me.
off like 7-6 and that kind of thing and play well.
even
then
without
maybe.
it, I can see him getting like probably similar to a PB.
Mhm.
If
Also, like
anything.
Sid, like you have like, given how like 7-6 is the difference between you having PB today and not, and everything else that sort of went a bit iffy for
Excuse
you,
me.
given how like you had fairly bad luck in my opinion.
Mm.
You have a great chance against Jordan. I'm just like laying that down right now.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just see how far I get.
Excuse me.
In terms
And
of the
we'll
20?
see.
Yeah. I can PB at some point.
Uh,
It's free,
so-
it's just getting the run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the same as that. Just getting that run, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think as well with this kind of being the first of your group races, and there being quite a few like later Kang group races as well. There's the time to practice should you need it, especially with
Yeah.
Sid currently with your you've got a race in like July as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm racing Jordan last.
And
Got time to practice.
And speaking of future races, tomorrow at 11 a.m. UK time, see that? That's a segue. We have Zotan,
IST.
who is like literally like, probably the only older piece of furniture within this community than me. And Larkin, commentated by Greenie and House, which should be an interesting run. Although I will probably not be awake for it. I think that pretty much wraps things up. If you want to say any goodbyes, any closing remarks.
GG's, Sid. Good race.
Yeah, GG.
I think we want to say
Thanks, everyone.
thank you to Bacon as well for the restream. And thank you to both runners for the great race. And also thank you, Lexi, for commentating with me.
And thank you very much for commentating with me. I was about to say thank you very much for having me commentate with you. But I didn't want to sound that egotistical. But also, yes,
Okay.
thank you to our racers and our lovely, lovely restreamer.